Here we go again, right? Here we go again. But anyways, guys, before anything else, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe. You know, we are trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers, okay? It doesn't take you that much. Come on, let's make the community bigger than it is right now. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, this is the part that makes me happy. Just thinking about where the market is going, it makes me happy, okay? But anyway, we're going to look at the market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we will check out prices in details. And once we are done with that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, first, I needed to apologize because lately my videos, I was uploading a little bit late because you know what, like a lot of you already know, I do work full-time job and also run my corporation full-time. So sometimes I get caught up. When I get caught up, you know, last year, you know, quarter reporting, annual reporting, and I have to sit with my board members, and there's a lot of things that goes on at the beginning of the year when you have a corporation. So after all that is done, yeah, by the time I'm finished with all those meetings, checking the numbers, how we perform and all that stuff, it was already too late. But I couldn't leave you guys hanging, you know, so I had to upload a video by then. But now we're back to normal, so I apologize for the tardiness, okay? You know, I told you guys I'm trying to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status, and to do that, yeah, I have to sacrifice a lot of time, a lot of things. Therefore, that was why the videos were coming late. But hopefully today is gonna be the last day on doing all that stuff, and we should be back to our normal schedule, okay? Again, I chose to do it. I could have quit this job and just run my corporation, but I'm that greedy, I will say, because I'm trying to make as much money possible. That way, by the time I'm 45, I'll put my money on autopilot. My businesses, my corporation, everything running, and I don't work for nobody. That's me. I don't know about you, but hey, it gotta happen. Anyway, that taken care of. Guys, if you snooze, you lose. Did you understand that that say, right? Everybody usually say it. If you snooze, you lose. It's nothing new, right? Excuse me a second. Yeah, I had to turn this thing up. It was a little bit getting hot in here. But anyways, you snooze, you lose. It's like you go to a place, you try to act like you don't know what's going on, and then everybody gets a little bit smarter than you. They make it out and you don't. Okay, it's the same thing like I usually tell you, the hot potato theory. You know, hot potato, it starts on the right, it's too hot, it passes down to the left. And the next person passes it down to the left until the end of that line. You only hope that you are not the last person at the end of that line, right? So that's what I usually tell guys. Last year, 2025, was a year that fooled a lot of people, including yours truly. Although, if I look at it that way, the signs were there, and I told you guys about them, and so far they are still playing the way that they're supposed to, because I told you guys macroeconomy is the only thing controlling this market. It's nothing about all this super cycle or none of this nonsense. No, right now we have the federal government, we have the rules and regulations, which we are going to discuss a little bit about them today. We have all these things happening, and when you look at it, yeah, the bear market should have entered if we were in the normal how you say it, if you were in the normal bull run. Yeah, we should have been in the bear market by now. But this is not a normal bull run. It's not a normal. So thinking about it, you saw exactly what happened a couple of days ago when I told you watch for the Bitcoin option expiry. Okay, and I told you yesterday there is another Bitcoin option expiry by the 30th of this month, right? It's another one. But before that, on the 15th, we are going to have the Clarity Act. Everybody else who was busy crying about it, it is not what you think. The Clarity Act, okay, is actually, like I said, banks adapting, Wall Street getting like into the game, both hands and 2 feet into the game. That's what this Clarity Act is all about. Because again, the government wants to know who, when, how much. They want to know everything. You are going to find it a little bit odd, but very soon, you know these DAOs. I don't know if you guys ever interacted with DAOs before, or maybe you want to use a decentralized exchanger, a DEX. You are going to see very soon it's going to be you hook up your wallet to try to make a transaction. It's going to ask you for your KYC. You're going to see that. That is what the Clarity Act brings onto the table. And when that happens, Wall Street will start pouring in their money. Now, there are two forces like trying to fight each other here. You know, you remember when he said like, oh, everybody talking about, yeah, we're going to do good. It's going to be a super cycle and it's going to do this and that. And then you look at macroeconomy. Last year, 2025, was the worst ever year for the federal government. Just look at the job market. It will tell you. Last year was the lowest that number has ever been in history. So even with the Great Depression, last year did worse. You see? So we're coming into that. And then you hear people saying, yeah, Trump is going to, Trump issues, Margex is going to come out here like as bing bang, yeah, chairman of the FCC, and then the chairman of the Fed out. No, Trump cannot choose or remove our good friend, Trump, what's his name? Powell-Shields. He cannot do that. And Trump cannot choose who is going to replace him. He can't. Whoever that is going to come, like I told you, they were talking about cutting interest rate, and this and that. What have you seen so far? So far, what have you seen? Interest rates, even though they cut them at first, it had no effect. Economy was still fucked. There's no way you can fix this like this. Now, we're coming again with the news that came out yesterday. Fannie Mae, the people that help you when you're buying houses and all that stuff, Trump is asking them if they can stimulate the market to bring the housing market up. They are asking like, oh, if you can inject at least, if you can inject $200 billion into the system. You see, economy is not doing good. Currency is not doing good. And the odds, if you go look at the market right now, the odds of them cutting rates in this January are not that high. So they are not even going to cut anymore. So we go back again, full circle, where we started. When I told you, cutting interest rate is not going to help anything. Again, because everybody and their grandmama was expecting Trumpicius Margex to come out here, or our good friend Jeromicius to come out here and say, okay, printer, brrr, open. But no, it wasn't going to happen. I told you the money they printed in COVID was still laying in the basement, was still there. It didn't move. It didn't go anywhere. I told you, right? Now you have that situation brewing, and you also have that, okay, gold, which again, I've been looking at it here every day. I've been keeping tracks on it. You know what? Let's do it right now before we forget it. Excuse me. Let me take out my trading view before we forget it and see what's happening there. Gold, because I've been keeping a track on gold. And this usually tell you a lot about when the economy is not doing good. Okay, like you see, we need to take this high. Gold need to go above this high. We need to do that. So right now, everybody's saying, yeah, I told you it was going to go up. I told you it was going to go up. But yet, and I keep saying, this is running on fumes. It's not going to go as you think. Right now, if you want to go into precious metals, I will say look at silver. Look at silver, look at copper, because those are the things that have not run like this yet. They haven't. Silver's run, but not as crazy as this one has done. Therefore, you might have some people trying to get the same effect that they had on gold to see silver do that. Therefore, you are going to see them trying to hedge into it, okay? Me, personally, nope, I'm not getting none of that. I'm going to leave it alone because, again, when you start looking at this kind of stuff and you start looking at the M2 money supply and all that stuff, you will come to understand what's happening in the market. And on top of that, I usually show you this. It's good for you to zoom out. Zoom out and look. This is not sustainable. It's not. This is, look at that, going straight up. Straight up is not sustainable. When this thing crashes, well, you think people are jumping on bridges, right? You have not seen yet. Look at where the moving average is. Look at where the prices are. You have not seen yet. You haven't seen. And I keep telling you, it's only going to take something like 6 weeks to 2 months. There is a lot riding with the macroeconomy. So when we talk about if you snooze, you lose, is because you have to look at this stuff. Going to crypto, right? Because we are much of a bunch of us were in this crypto market for this, okay? Going to look at crypto, for example. We're seeing Bitcoin, the new defend line right now for Bitcoin is that $91,000, right? You have the bears trying to hold the price down because the options are expiring at the end of the month. That's one thing you have it. But you have some bullish news on the 15th. Like I mentioned, the Clarity Act is going fully explained or is going fully live or some whatever, which again opens the floodgates for Wall Street to get in. You think big money is in? Big money is not in yet. Wall Street is about to officially get into the crypto game once this Clarity Act goes live. Yeah, it passed last year. Now it's about to go into effect. It's about to go. So right now they won't be afraid of losing their money or trying to throw their money into whatever protocol and then lose it. No, it's about to happen. And on top of that, you look at the macroeconomy again. They said inflation is not getting any better. It's not getting any better. So Trumpician Margex is talking about, yeah, economy is doing great. You look at the job market, which is the engine of the economy, that's not looking good. And you go like, yeah, I don't know. You look at everything like we talked about last time. I try myself to explain it here so many times. Like every time a big crash happens in the economy, there are some certain things that happen. And everybody and their grandmama is overlooking them just like they did before, right? The biggest one of them right now is this IPO boom. Like I asked myself, Elon Musk has been making all this money all these years, not sharing, not giving anybody anything. Why does he want to go public with SpaceX? Why? Can anybody explain? The only thing that comes in my mind is that simple. Remember when I tell you guys here, Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, and Cash. That cash part is what I can think of. Therefore, they're going to do the IPO. They're going to get the cash. The market is going to crash. And guess what? Now they have the cash to buy those back. It's like it gets the shares, okay? People are going to say, yeah, but you cannot sell until 6 months. No, that ain't the pace. 6 months later, they're still going to make money. Because trust me, for example, all the IPOs I've seen, anybody that buys them, because I've participated in a lot of them, you are getting that share at what? Pennies on a dollar. Like for example, let's just say the IPO go live. Okay, we're going to use some fictitious numbers. IPO goes live. Those of them who are locking their position in for 6 months, they might get the shares at, let's say, $1. Okay, by the time the general public gets the chance to get in there, the general public gets it at, let's say, $5 or $10. It goes live, it pumps to oblivion to, let's just say, $20, $25. 6 months later, the price dropped all the way back down to $4. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to do it that way. That way, those of them who got in before the massive public at $1, they are still going to be able to make a lot of money out of it, because they are not putting small money. Trust me, they are not. Let's say they're putting $100,000 in there, and by the time their tokens or their shares get unlocked, price still at $5, they've made 5 times the money they put in. Versus you who buy the public IPO at $10 and price only goes up what, $20. See what I mean? So yeah, that is coming up. This IPO boom thing is coming up. Look at the economy doing shit, doing worse, and then you look at currency which they are trying to save. Look at the US dollar. US dollar has been gaining strength slowly, very slow, right? And you see people who are sitting there talking about, like, you know what? No, we're in the bear market. We're in the bear market. Guys, we are not in the bear market. That is what they want you to think. I've been into this. I don't know how long have I been an investor. For crypto, I've been in crypto since what, 2016, I think, 2015, 2016. Or you can also see that on stock market, precious metals and stuff like that, I've been in the market for this stuff since 2011, 2010. But one thing I can tell you guys, I have never seen a situation that the market went in favor of the majority. I have never seen it. And that's why I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be jumping bridges. Because if you look at it right now, okay, 99.9% of the people think we are in the bear market. That's what they think. Oh, Bitcoin topped out. Therefore, there are more short positions that are longs. That's what they think. Sooner you'll get to understand this. Okay, you got the 15th, right? And then you got the 30th. Watch. They're going to pump Bitcoin. They will. And they will pump it to oblivion. That's why I usually show you this chart. Okay, I usually tell you, you need to be patient, because if you're not patient, you are not going to make money in this market. You will not. Look at Bitcoin, for example. Where is it? I'm going to bring you Bitcoin right quick. I know it's not the time for the charts, but let's just look at it right now. That way we don't have to look at it later, right? But anyways, look at this. This is one indicator you want to keep your eye on. The Bitcoin cycle top. You want to keep your eye on this thing. And yet, everybody don't get it. You need to keep your eye on this thing. Look, the market is not going to go further like you think, okay? But you look at that line up there. See the blue line? Look at this one, the red line. The market is not always, doesn't top out until these two lines converge. That means the red line goes above the blue line and the blue line goes under it. Once you see that, that is when it shows like, okay, the market is about to top. But something very, very, very interesting, okay, here right now is this. You see, come on, let me try to zoom it in. Okay, you see, blue line has begun to curve already. Red line is still going down. So we are waiting for the red line to reverse, start to go up, to go and converge together with this. That's what I'm telling you. It's not going to take that long. Okay, it is not going to take as long as everybody is telling you. Oh, 6 months to a year. It's 2 years and blah, blah, blah. No, look at here. This is back in 2021. Do you see the blue line? Do you see the red line? That is exactly when the market topped out. And it's just like, people are not paying attention to this, and it's just right in front of you. Even if you want to go further back, okay, going further back, let's go look at it. You see here, this was 2017. You see, when they cross, that was the top of the market. It is always there. So right now, when you're looking at it, look at it. We are still way far from each other. Price of Bitcoin right now is sitting at what? $91,000, right? So everything is playing according to plan. All you've got to do is pay attention. Look at another thing that also a lot of people are missing. Okay, see the ribbon? It is squeezing to the point that it tells you, yeah, this thing is about to pop. And if these are the weekly candles, this is the second week that we are closing green. Today's Saturday, right? We about to close this week, candle green, showing you that, yeah, you have 6 weeks to 2 months, anything like that. So, but anyways, let's watch and see, because again, everybody and their grandmama is busy talking about the bear market is here. That's what everybody's busy talking about. That's the same reason why most people miss that pump on Jasmine. When I was telling you, you've got to pay attention. Money is not going to trickle down. It will catch a lot of people off guard. Clarity Act that is going on right now, you are going to have your 99.9% of this crypto go obsolete. It's about to happen. You're about to see it. And yet, most people, they're just going to look at it and tell you, yeah, you know what, the bear market is here, everybody close shop. And the other people are telling you, oh, no, that ain't it. There's just a delay, and this thing is going to take another 6 months to a whole year because of Trumpicius Magicius is going to replace the Fed chair. Trumpicius cannot replace them. It's not, he doesn't have that power. It doesn't. Whoever that gets in there, whether they're a crypto fan or they are not crypto fan, whatever they are, they will have to play according to the U.S. legislation, according to the U.S. interest, and which, if you see right now, I've said it here not once, not twice, not 3 times. The interest lays in fixing the currency, not economy. Currency. And you guys, you will see it. So now, if you snooze, you lose. In the sense of that, one, the coins that we are talking about on this channel, you've seen it. Jasmine is making that first move. He's coming. Pay attention to Quant. Quant is going to be the next one to run. And when it runs, don't say I did not warn you. And pay attention to Kaspa. Kaspa right now, development is coming very, very smoothly. So to the point of that, I look at it and I go, wow, this is crazy. It is crazy what's coming out of that development camp. Very crazy. And you see people telling about, oh yeah, you know what? When you look at Ethereum, when you look at Solana, and I'm looking like, these guys, do you actually reading these things? Or are you going inside to look at them to see what is actually going on in those camps? Ethereum stole the technology from Kaspa. As a matter of fact, they mention Jonathan's name on their white paper. They tell it to you right there. And if you look at Ethereum, look at Solana, look at Sui, they are not different. It's just a copy and paste. You look at Bitcoin. Okay, this is what Bitcoin was made to be, but it is not. Now they bring you that nonsense talking about store of value, which again, we know it ain't no store of value. If it was, it would have been doing exactly the same thing gold is doing right now. Because when everybody is afraid of something, guess where they go store their wealth? Gold. But nobody's doing that with Bitcoin. So how is it a store of value? Can anybody explain? Nobody. Nobody comes out here and give you a right explanation. Sooner than later, you will come to understand. Again, the thing is not about store of value. The thing is on microtransaction. Banking system, moving money, one person to another. That is what Bitcoin was designed for. But it's not doing it. And if you look at Kaspa, yep. We heard the other day that the warp core has gone live. Testing, banking. Everybody's beginning to work on Kaspa. And sooner than later, you will start to get it. But so, yeah, for those of you who think you're in the bear market, you're about to have the biggest surprise of your life. I told you, the price of the crypto market right now has been compressed. Being compressed for the entire 2025. We've seen it. And now you're about to see them release that spring, and things are going to go wild. And once they go wild, it's not going to be 6 months or a whole year straight. It's not an extended cycle. It's not that. They're going to jump high, and that market is going to come crashing down. So if you snooze, waiting for this super cycle, you lose. It's that simple. Okay? So, it's up to you. Me, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I was waiting for last year. I thought they was going to let that spring loose last year. But macroeconomy played this thing. Now here we are. Again, they're getting to the point in which they cannot compress it any further. They're going to have to let go because the whole world, look at the Japanese economy. What's happening? Look at their currency. What's happening? Look at the Chinese currency. What's happening? I mean, like, just look at the biggest superpowers in the world. Look at their currencies. What's happening to them? That should tell you a lot on what to expect in the next 6 weeks to 2 months or even 3 months. It's not going to take that long. Okay? But anyways, it's up to you, right? You want to snooze, you will lose. You'll get left while you are napping. That's how it is. This world, this race to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status does not depend on you. There's a lot of people in that play. There's a lot of people trying to do the same thing. So if you snooze, you lose. You don't have nobody to blame but yourself, right? Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing, okay? And to do that, we have a crypto bubbles. Let's see crypto bubbles right quick. You see? You snooze, you lose. Money is not gonna trickle down. You look at most of the coins right here that are running with Bitcoin, utility coins. That's where it is. Well, some of them are like they're trying to bait you in, knowing that they're shit coins, because again, once the Clarity Act goes live, you're about to find out. Anyways, let's go right quick. First of all, King Kaspa, KAS, and we have here for the past hour, 0.2% up, 1.6% down on the day, 3.1% up on the week, 0.8% up of the month, and 58.8% down on the year. You see what I'm telling you, right? Weekly reset, monthly reset, yearly has been dropping. It's about to turn green. So it's up to you. Sitting at a market cap of $1.25 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $10.91 million. When you look at that volume, when it is that low, something big is about to happen. All right? It's up to you if you want to take it or if you don't want to. That's your problem, not mine. Anyways, now we look at QNT, Quant, and we have here, not Cubic, QNT Quant, 0.2% down the last hour, 1.1% down on the day, 6.5% down on the week, 8.9% down on the month, 27.2% down on the year. So you look at the market cap sitting at $1.08 billion and the 24 hours volume. Look at that volume, $8.97 million. Guys, something big is about to take place. The signs are there. All you gotta do is watch. Something huge is about to happen. Okay, that's up to you. Now we look at Cubic. Okay, let's see if they're still throwing stones at Monero. We have here 0.2% down the last hour, 2.2% up on the day, 9.1% up on the week, 4.3% up on the month, and 71.8% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $93.49 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $1.75 million. See the volume again. This thing is well, it's up to you, right? Now we go look at Jasmy, the Japanese Bitcoin, JAS. We do have 0.1% down the last hour, 7.7% down on the day, 35.1% up on the week, 26.5% up on the month, and 72.3% down on the year. Sitting at a market cap of $425 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $34.52 million. See that volume again, guys. When it was running, volume was up 100 and something million. Now 34, as you guys can see, is getting ready for something big. The move, I mean, look at all of them. They are showing you the same similar sign. Something huge is about to happen. But always, it's up to you. Now we go look at Jonathan's Petro Bitcoin, which I call the orange guy. We see here laying flat the last hour, 0.8% down on the day, 0.5% up on the week, 0.3% up on the month, and 1.8% down on the year. See that yearly number? It's about to turn green, right? It's always, yesterday was like what, 4-5%? Now it's 1.8. It's about to turn green. Sitting at the market cap of $1.81 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $21.13 billion. the volume again. It's up to you, right? You want to do things, that's you. All I have to do is, I told you, if you snooze, you lose. It's that simple. Now let's go look at prices in details, and we have here trading view again. Okay, trading view. No, I don't want Bitcoin. We're gonna look at King Kaspa, which is gonna be KAS. But before we do that, let's go look at the overall first. Okay, let's see the overall here. What do we have? Dixie going up, Bitcoin going up. Oh la la. Ah la la. No, that's not what we want to see. But anyways, look at Kaspa. No, I don't want the pie cycle top. I want to close that. Okay. Looking at King Kaspa right now, we're gonna start first on the hourly. Okay, as you guys can see, we've had a choppy price action on the hourly. We've been going sideways, not up, not down, just sideways. Looking at the ribbon, it's still falling down, right? So for me, it seems like the entire market is looking at Bitcoin to try to see what's going to happen this weekend. But looking at the other stuff, just like the MACD, the RSI, or even the total volume, that shows you like, yeah, I think this thing is about to take off, right? But anyways, like I usually tell you guys, in every trade, okay, you have to understand it. Unless you know what you're doing, okay, in every trade, there is always 3 stages, okay? Excuse me. We have the before the trade, the during the trade, and after the trade. When you look at Kaspa right now, you are in the after the trade stage. This is the time, if I did not have a trade open, I will be looking to open a position. Because again, you look at that price action going sideways, look at what Bitcoin, RSI, MACD, all that stuff is telling you is that, yeah, there is a huge move coming very soon. Okay, now if you look at it on the 4 hourly, you do have the same thing. See, that's what I'm telling you. We took off, and as we will see it, I have to go on the daily. As you will see it, we hit the price on the money. See? We hit the price on the money, and right now we are forming another bull flag, which bull flag should be able to take us, okay, to this resistance right there, which is sitting at 5.5, almost 6 cents, right? That's where we're going. Right after that, don't forget, like I always tell you guys, price always gets attracted to the moving average. Right now at 6.7 cents, that's where the moving average is sitting. So yeah, things are playing according to plan. So for me, I do have my positions open, all of them, and I'm just waiting. Anybody telling you we're in the bear market, I don't know what they're looking at. Seriously, I don't. So normally for me, anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. Okay, you can see this is the 2nd week in a row Kaspa is green. On the 2nd week, things are beginning to take place. Above that, we'll have 15 cents. After that, 18, 19 cents before we start to go into price all-time high, and then into price discovery. Now, if you look at quant right quick, okay, let's zoom this out. Although, like again, until we see Bitcoin's hand, we will not be able to know what the rest of the market is doing. Quant has also basically been doing the same thing, sideways moving. On the hourly, sideways, there's nothing to be said there. It looks, again, like I'm telling you, look at the volume, look at MACD, look at the RSI. It tells you there's a big move coming. So, but it's up to you, right? So, like I told you on Kaspa, this is the after trade setting. Now, if I did not have a position, I would have been looking to enter one right now, because that's what it seems like we are doing. Quant is getting ready for that move. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, let's see the same thing. Ribbon still red, but it's not falling. When you zoom in, it's not. It's like it's trying to start a curve. Okay, so again, it's a bull flag. Look at it. It's not 2 ways about it. It went up, now it's doing that. It's a bull flag. Before you know it, up we went. So yeah, you can sit there and cry about it. That's your problem, none of mine. All I know is that my positions are ready. If you look at it on the daily, yesterday I was talking about the day 3 signals. They haven't changed much, so it's still the same. That's why I'm just running through it right now instead of repeating myself over again. Look at it on the daily. We have the same situation. Everything is playing according to plan. And if you understand me, like I said, Anything under $125 is nothing but noise. Above that, you do have 151, then 164. Before you know it, you'll be looking at 176. Between 176 and 230, there is not much resistance, so we can cut that in a matter of what? I don't even know. It's gonna get there very fast, and then all-time high. Before you know it, we will be into price discovery. So yeah, everything is playing according to plan. Yesterday, one of you said, "Oh, Jasmine, you don't care whether Jasmine is above 3 cents." I do care, because like above 3 cents is when we start seeing real price action. But anyways, let's look at it right quick today, okay? Just because you inbox me about it, so let me just look at it. USDT, Jasmine USDT, where is it? Come on, I had the one I usually follow on Binance, but excuse me, let me look for it. Let's look at it. Jasmine, okay, Jasmine USDT, this one. Okay, so on the hourly, like I told you guys, okay, people made a lot of money and people are trying to pay, trying to get back. If you look at it, it's forming like a symmetrical triangle for those of you who want to do that. You see that resistance right there? I mean, that support, and we also have a resistance. So price is going up, down, then a breakout is coming after that. Why I think it's an upside breakout? Because the entry point is coming from the low. So yeah, on the hourly, we are looking good. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, let's see. The same thing. On the 4 hourly, we look good. Also, the only problem I have with this is that the moving average is way too low at 7,000th of a cent. So I would like to see the moving average go up, probably at the 8,000 of a cent or something like that, to be a little bit more comfortable. But regardless, we are looking at the ribbon that is very, very green. Okay, very green, and it's pointing upward. So that is some kind of relief on that one. But yeah, I still don't like that the moving average is way down there. Okay, you look at it on the 1 hourly. Yeah, I mean, on the daily, this is also very good to see. Ribbon curving upwards. It has not turned green yet. By the time this thing turns green, oh my goodness, we might be looking at 2 to 3 cents. So yeah, let's wait and see how everything plays out. That's why I told you guys, for me, I don't like to look at the, I don't like to look at the Jasmine right now until we go above that 3 cents. But so far we have resistances. First one is going to be at that 2.3 cents. Above that we have the 3.8 cents. And above that we have the 4.5 cents. So those are the points I'm looking at in the immediate short term. But like I told you guys, I believe Jasmine, okay, for me, Jasmine is a 60-cent coin. Jasmine could hit 60 cents this run. Okay, we have 6 weeks to a month. 6 weeks to 2 months to see how everything is going to play out. But anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Although you guys already know, I already told you, I do not condone leverage trading, okay, if you don't know what you're doing. But if you want to try it out, down below I do have the links. Bydfi, which I do recommend for beginners, Phemex, Wix, and Margex in that order. Follow those links, sign up, meet their deposit requirements, and they're going to give you free money. You get the free money, take $20 out, and start trading. Do not jump to big money until you are able to turn $20 into 40, 40 into 60, 60 into 80, and so on and so forth. If you cannot do that, keep on practicing, okay? Once you are able to do it, then yes, you can start using bigger amount of money until you get to where you want to go. Also down below, I do have Acorn. Acorn is a platform I'm using to teach my son how to trade on stock market, ETFs, bonds, and precious metals, okay? The link is down below. Follow it, sign up. You don't need no deposit requirements. Just by following it, they give you $5, and that is not much, but it's a way to start. If you do not practice, my friends, you will become the newest member of Rec City. I can guarantee you that. Okay? In that place, there is always spot for one more. I just hope you are not that one more. Okay? Anyways, now let's go first and look at Bydfi. As you guys already know, Bydfi, I am trading King Kaspa, trading Quant, Jasmine, right? So if you look at it, my overall today is sitting at $8,600. Okay, market is doing its thing, yeah, and we're gonna sit there and watch. Like I told you, we're not in the bear market. I'm sitting patiently waiting. Okay, now looking at my contracts, you'll see that here my Kaspa, I am still up $278. Oh, come on. It just keeps switching on me. Okay, on my quant, I am still down $4,700. Okay, we're gonna keep there and wait for that. On my Jasmine, I am up $2,700 approximately. You can pause and look at it, and you will find out that I trade at 50x and I do not use stop loss. That's my way. Okay, please don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, now we go to the next one, Phemex. On Phemex, I'm trading King Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine. Okay, let's refresh this right quick. My overall here is sitting at approximately $5,000. Okay, in total profits. But if you look at here, you will see that first of all, on my Jasmine, I am up $2,500 approximately. On my Kaspa, I am still up $234, and on my Quant, I am also up $82. Again, they are all, I'm trading in at 50x, and I do not use stop loss. You can easily pause it and you can check out my numbers if that's what you wish to do. Last but not the least, we're gonna call Wix Exchange. On Wix, I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, Cubic, and I added Jasmine to the fleet. So yeah, my overall here, refreshing that, is sitting at $2,500 approximately. And if you look at my contracts, you will see that here on my Jasmine, I am up $163. Okay, and you look at my Cubic, I am up $51. And you look at my Quant, on my Quant, I am down $5. Market is doing its thing. Then last but not the least, on my Kaspa, I am still up $163. That's coincidence. I'm the same number with Jasmine. Wow, that's pure coincidence. But anyways, yeah, it is the same thing. So I'm sitting tight, I'm watching these positions. Like I told you, the market is going to do its thing. You can pause it if you want to. I'm trading at 50x, and I do not use stop losses. That's me. Now the last one is going to be Acorn. Although on the weekends, Acorn is there's nothing that goes on there. It's a stock market. They close on the weekend. But looking at my overall, my son, he's still up $732, which I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of him. Okay, we're not going to waste much time on this thing, but we are just going to look at his overall, and we can see on the base investment, he is still up 4.69%. On the stock market, he's still $587 up, and in the bonds market, he's still up $145 up. So yeah, everything is playing according to plan. Like I said, I will want a situation in which by the time he is 20 years old, he is way better than me. His bank account will look way better than mine when I was 20. That's the whole plan. Who knows? Maybe he's going to be a multi-millionaire by the time he's 20. That will make me even happier than what I am today. Trust me. Okay, so today, the lesson today is do not sleep on the market. We are not in the bear market. The opportunity is about to go even crazy. And once you start, it's not going to go like everybody's telling you, super cycle. There's no super cycle, guys. It's going to go up fast, and as fast as it went up, that's how fast it's going to come crashing. All you have to do is be ready for it. Again, if you snooze, you lose. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to drop me a like. It's just 1 second away, right? And also drop me a comment. If you don't have anything positive to say, man, just drop an emoji or don't comment at all, because if you over here dropping negative or trying to FUD, I am going to delete your comment and I'm going to block you from my channel. It's that simple, okay? That being said, guys, until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.